Hello and welcome. You're watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Abigail Carmelim bringing you the Salesian news across the globe. The ninth volume of the critical edition of Don Bosco's Epistolary, which collects the 469 letters written by the Piedmontese saint in the three-year period 1884 to 1886, was presented on Wednesday, May 19, 2021 at the Faculty of Communication Sciences of the Pontifical Salesian University of Rome, UPS. After the greeting of the Dean of the Faculty of Education Sciences, ESF, Professor Mario Lanas SDP, who said that he felt emotionally involved in scrolling through the volume, then took the floor the curator of the Epistolary. Professor Francisco Motto SDP, Director Emeritus of the Salesian Historical Institute ISS, who illustrated the particular methodology followed in the critical edition in question and through the summary tables, indicated the correspondence, the ecdotic classification, the archives consulted, the chronological and top date, etc. of the letter published in Volume 9. The meeting was moderated by Professor Thomas Anchukandam SDP, Director of the ISS, was streamed live by connected viewers from various continents and is still visible in YouTube. As you know, on 4th April, East Sunday, East Timor was hit by torrential rains that caused widespread damage and devastation throughout the island. Floods and landslide claimed more than 40 lives while several people are still missing. Roads, bridges and houses were destroyed while the capital Dili remained underwater. The floods have been a major blow to communities that have faced so many challenges and difficulties so far. Right from the start, the Salesian community of Don Bosco, Comoro, together with some other religious communities of Delhi, has become a place of emergency reception for thousands of citizens who have to suddenly flee their homes due to this unexpected calamity. In the first days following the floods, the gymnasium and classrooms of the Don Bosco, Comoro were used as emergency accommodation by more than 3,000 evacuees. Later, some families were able to return to their homes, although about 40 families are still housed at the Don Bosco, Comoro because their homes have been completely destroyed. On May 12, the Father Bartolome Ambrosio SDB Vocational Training Center, a sector of the Salesian Opera La Divina Providencia, was pleased to receive the visit of Spain's ambassador to Guatemala, Jose Maria Lavina Rodriguez. The visit began with dialogue with the directors of the work and the center, as well as representatives of the Board of Directors of the Marvelli Foundation and the Association of Alumni. Afterwards, the ambassador visited the facilities of the center, then meeting with the students in the multi-purpose hall, where he greeted with a song. In his speech to students, the ambassador said he was very impressed by the work and the type of service that the center plays, where young people have opportunities for development and to encourage them to continue to improve and to be an active part of the progress of society. Since May 18, the Salesian work Nitika Don Bosco has started a facility for free advice on COVID-19 and medical care for the needy. The property has telephone assistant lines, the presence of doctors and medicines, diagnosis through blood analysis and molecular swab, and a food program with home delivery. On the occasion of the Year of St. Joseph proclaimed by Pope Francis, the Polish Post Office issued a series of stamps dedicated to the Salesian Church and the history of the Salesian parish of St. Joseph in Przemyśl, belonging to the Salesian province of Krakow PLS. They represent the Church of St. Giuseppe, consecrated on November 6, 1927, General and Internal View, the painting of St. Joseph made by W. Patel, blessed on March 19, 2021 by Monsignor Azal, the moment when Salesians of Przemyśl asked Pope John Paul II to beatification Don August Czartoryski, May 19, 87, the paintings of the central altar, the festival of the sacred song, Sacro Song of September 24, 1975, with the tent card Carol Wojtyla. The executive director of the special project Bicentennial Peru, Laura Martinez Silva, visited the Basilica of Mary Help of Christians in Lima. In front of the superior of the Salesian province of Peru, PR, Don Manolo Cayo, the parish priest of the Basilica of Mary Help of Christians, Don Santo Dalbent, and the historian of the congregation, Laura Martinez Silva, expressed her admiration for the historical, artistic, and spiritual richness of the Basilica, recently declared cultural heritage of the nation. Salesian coadjutor of Venetian origin was born 55 years ago in the birthplace of a holy pope, Rece Pio X. Giampetro Pettinont has spent the last 7 years relaunching and refining at all levels the activities of missionary Don Bosco, the Salesian Missionary Prosecutive Office in Turin, directly dependent on the rector major. In September, he will leave the post to his designated successor, Don Daniel Antones, but today for ANS readers, he traces challenges and satisfactions of this mission that he was called to carry out. Liberia, the land of free men, is today a country rehearsed with enormous challenges. 14 years of civil war, 1989 to 2003, devastated the social and economic fabric of this West African state. Subsequently, the outbreak of the Ebola epidemic in 2014 generated many young orphans. The Salesians who arrived in Liberia in 1979 worked precisely to help the youngest to build a better future for themselves and for the country through their works in the capital Monrovia and in Tapita on the mission immersed in the forest in Namba County, eastern region of Liberia. The Salesian Youth Center Chant Devereux was founded in 1991 to accompany former child soldiers and other young people in need of Monrovia. The Youth Center, with its dynamic activities and the oratory with the friendly spirit of Don Bosco, have helped many children and young people to recover from the effects of war and to be reintegrated into society. The Don Bosco Egmore GCC COVID Care Center is a joint initiative of Don Bosco School Egmore, Don Bosco Past People Doctors, Greater Chennai Corporation GCC, Don Bosco PPA Egmore and various past people batches of Don Bosco Egmore. With collaboration from various sectors, the team set up a 104-bed with oxygen concentrators COVID care center at Don Bosco School Egmore to supplement the ever-increasing demand for oxygen beds in the city. The government of Tamil Nadu had encouraged institutions to come forward to partner with the Greater Chennai Corporation to deal with the alarming COVID spread. The need is great and hospitals are overwhelmed, and Don Bosco Egmore responded to cater to the needs of the people of Chennai. Don Bosco Navjeevan Chandigarh has been working for the migrant communities of Chandigarh for the last 5 years and has made various interventions to enhance the lives of the migrants living in the slums and colonies. The center runs the Intervenes Drug Users Project, Street Children Project, self-help groups for women empowerment, remedial classes for school dropouts and coaching classes for economically backward children. As COVID cases were on the increase in Punjab and Chandigarh, Don Bosco Navjeevan plunged into action and reached out to people, especially children and women associated with Don Bosco. Father Reggie Tom said that the government of Chandigarh tried its best to meet the challenges of COVID-19 through the lockdown. So viewers, with that we have come to the end of today's edition. Till we meet again, thank you for joining us.